Three, 2, 1. Good morning. We're now live. Good morning, Ramsey. How we doing, my friend?
Another day in paradise, my man.
Happy Friday to you, my friend. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to the weekly podcast that we do with Carlos Sabalos and myself every Friday on a Follow-Up Friday. Appreciate you joining us. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I didn't sleep last night. So excited about this because, quite frankly, I've been watching this for months, and that's how I found you. And it's a privilege and an honor just to be on a podcast. I honestly spend probably 14 hours a week just listening to podcasts. I'm like, I never would be on one myself. So, but here I am. How about that?
That's right. That's right. I'm glad you joined us, man. Yeah, you did. You found us through the podcast, and been very impressed with you as well. And so I asked if you would come on board and kind of share with us because it's been very impressive. Since I have met you, and talk about follow up. You followed up with me consistently. Because I'm not always the easiest person to catch. But why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, what you do, and all that good stuff. Give us a little background on who Ramsey is so that we can share that with the world here on Facebook.
How much time do we have? Okay, cool. So I'm originally from Texas. I moved up to Kansas when I was 20. So I've been living here for about 6 years now. I'm a youngster still. I moved up here to branch off, and make a new life for my new family. Because where I'm from in Texas, it's a very small town. So there's not a lot of growth and opportunity. So you know what? Let's move to Kansas, the heart of America.
That's right.
And since then, I've been in the Army. I was a paratrooper down in Texas and moved up to Kansas. And I've been on Bradley. Now I'm a sergeant or non-commissioned officer. Anyone knows what that is. And then as far as my professional side, it's been very sales oriented from the beginning. Do we have time for a fun story?
We do.
We do. Stuff.
Absolutely.
But do you remember? So, question for you: do you remember those like little commercials like at midnight that try to sell like knives and just random things?
I do. Yeah. Well, I was watching one last night. 12 tool spoon.
So I'm like 9 years old. My mom and I are watching this sales commercial or whatever it's called, and there's this big sword on there, and I love Lord of the Rings. So there's 200 plus little knives, but it comes with this enormous sword, and that's all I wanted out of that set. So like, Mom, I bet I can sell those knives if I can have that sword. She's like, really? And she's an entrepreneur herself, and owns a photography studio for 20 plus years. And she's like, okay. And picture this 9-year-old going around on his bike with a knife. And you wouldn't see that nowadays. So I went door to door selling these knives. And by the time I got halfway through, neighbors started calling my mom and, hey, your son has knives. Like, what is he doing? She said, I know. He's trying to learn how to, become a successful person later in life. Let's just say I got my sword. I got in trouble with my sword. And that is honestly the start of my sales ability, just because I love people and love talking to people. And moved up to Kansas, I started honing those skills, moved into the car industry, and I did that for a few years, and I didn't really like that feeling of not truly being able to help people in their day-to-day lives and for the long-term picture. So my ex-wife, she was in insurance. And I was like, you enjoy what you do. Let's move on into the insurance space. And I've been in insurance for the past 5 years, enjoying life because I can actually see what I do and then help people whenever they have like a claim or an accident, and seeing that policy actually be effective.
Wow, that's awesome. So, you're jumping to the insurance business. Was that difficult, challenging? I know there's a lot of testing and things of that nature.
Oh my goodness, I had to put on my school hat again. I studied for that test for my property and casualty and life and health test for months, and I was pretty fortunate passing those on the first scale. A lot of people have to retake them, and it's a change of environment. Let's put it like that. Because car sales is very high intensity. Now, today, if you don't, the car might just disappear off the face of the planet. And it was a change. It was a good change because I started
change.
life again.
Yeah, good change. Yeah. Car sales is tough, man. And insurance, I don't think is too much easier. It's tough as well doing insurance. So you definitely have touched two industries that are not they're not easy ones to master, man. So that's pretty awesome. It's a good experience. So you didn't you didn't have any fear for making that transition. I know a lot of people that are in sales or that are in commission based jobs, they have some fear of making transitions, but it sounds like you recognize your skills were transferable and you're able to take them from, one industry to the other, right?
Most definitely. I mean, it was a little. I mean, everything's scary. Change is scary.
Yeah.
It's just point blank. But
Right.
it's like a good fear of excitement, and that drives you at the beginning when you're fresh.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree completely. Wow, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about, so you do all insurance, or is there any specific emphasis, or is there things that you don't do?
So I mainly focus on the property and casualty. When I say that, I mean like the homeowners insurance, the renters insurance, the vehicle
Okay.
insurance. We have specialists that focus on the commercial side. I can do it, but I don't like doing it simply because I
Okay.
don't know enough about it. I know
Okay.
enough to be dangerous.
Okay.
And then we focus on the life side. I don't do health insurance. We have the capabilities to do health insurance, but once again, I just don't because there's too
Okay.
many changes to keep up with. And so I focus mainly on the vehicle and the home side.
Got it. So when you made that transition and over into the insurance business, obviously you had some customers from your previous days of selling cars and stuff like that. But how did you get started in terms of generating some leads and starting to build your business? How did you get started? That's the thing that we love to talk about, here on a weekly basis to see if we can help other people out and share some ideas. How did you get started? Because that's the key. Whenever you make a transition, you're starting from scratch essentially. How'd you get started? How do you start generating business and stuff like that and generating leads?
Well, at the very beginning, I think I did what everyone does and cold calls a lot of people, like
Yeah.
100 people a day, get a hold of maybe 10, and out of those 10, maybe two might say yes. And then I realized that that's not a way to live life. That is not. That is a deep dark hole into a depression that you like gone to work and just wanted to dial that phone, which is great. It works. But I wanted something different. And so I spoke to my agent at the time because I was working underneath an agent. I was not the agent. And I was like, hey, have you ever tried internet leads? And he's like, no, I've never looked into it. So we started researching companies that do internet leads. But the bad thing about these leads that these people are clicking on the ad thinking they're going to buy like or win a free iPad. Not talk to Ramsey for insurance. So when I reach out to them, they're like, "Oh, I don't want you. I don't want this. I wanted the iPad." So then we started going to classes, started paying a lot of money, obviously, to go and learn how to do it myself. Because if I can do it myself, I control it, and I don't have to worry about 10 other people down the street getting the same lead, same prospect, and then fighting over that. And then at the end of the day, all the client is just mad because they're getting hundreds of phone calls for all kinds of random things because those companies sell the information to everyone else too. It could be life, property and casualty. It could be loans. It could be anything. And that's the kind of the bad thing that I saw about that industry. So I wanted to control it myself. So I focus. Let me get back to the actual question. I focus on the Facebook side. I enjoy Facebook because it's I don't know how many users there's probably 3 billion plus, bro. I don't know how many. Don't check me on that statistic. But there's a ton. And as far as being able to reach a very wide audience and specifically point out exactly who you want to see, Facebook to me is the golden ticket. And so that's where I started generating leads. And then too, the good old fashioned pounding the pavement. Whenever I didn't have enough money to actually fund the leads, I went to people and talked to them. Go find referral sources. I asked around to other successful insurance people, like, hey, who are your main referral sources? I don't want to take yours, but I know there's other people out there that might not. That's I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of cupcakes and donuts and food, and that's that's what I did.
So you did some some Facebook lead generation campaigns. That's I know one of your biggest areas of emphasis. And then you also did some referral type business as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, yes. At the beginning, it was the donuts and stuff, and I figured out that the actual ads and showing value to people is a lot higher POI.
Yeah.
or not POI. I don't know.
Right. No, you're right. Definitely a lot of donuts, a lot of donuts, a lot of driving around. Good FaceTime, right? Good FaceTime. In your industry, what did they refer to that practice as? Was it a milk route or something like that? Is that a term that you've heard in the insurance industry?
I have not, actually.
Okay.
I agree with you, but I have not.
Okay. I was just curious. My cousin was in the insurance business for a while, and he talked a lot about the milk route. A weekly consistent route that he picked out and went to visit and prospect with people and stuff like that. So I didn't know if that was something similar to what you may have referred to.
And hit on that route is the principle of follow-up in itself in more of a more physical way. But if you only go to their possible referral source one time, like, oh, well, they said no, or they said we don't have time, or they said we already have a guy, or excuses are abundant. And then you just cross them off and move on with your life. You just failed the whole mission. Maybe that was a test to see if you're consistent and going to come back.
Good point. You're absolutely right. And when they keep seeing your smiley face, that becomes familiar. Now all of a sudden you're not a stranger, right? Now you're not a stranger. They keep seeing you every week. It's like, wow, this guy's a pretty nice guy. They get to know you and get to start building relationships with you. Good morning, Carlos. How are we doing?
Good morning. Good.
How's
Sorry about
going?
being late. Had to get some stuff done this morning.
That's all right. Well, you've met Ramsey via email. Now you get to meet him in the flesh.
That's right.
Virtual flesh.
COVID.
Yeah, the COVID flesh. So we were talking a little bit about Ramsey. Obviously, is with Allstate and does insurance, and we're talking a little bit about his. I asked him. He went from car sales, which you know a little bit of something about, Carlos.
Yeah.
And transitioned over into insurance. So I asked him, hey, listen, once you made that transition, how did you start to build your business? Because that's obviously a transferable skill, but it's a different industry, So that's kind of where we were at so far.
And I heard about the cold calls.
Yes.
Yep. But it's something that you always got to do, no matter what. I noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you do got to fit that time in to do that all the time. It's just you can add more other things.
Oh, time blocking is key.
Yeah.
Do you have a time allocated, Ramsey, that when you sit down and start pounding out the dials, or does it just depend on the course of the day?
I do. Sorry. So the way I look at it, I try to build off my life because I don't think I'm very unique. I think we're all kind of fit into it. But anyway, so I time block around the lunch periods and after people get off work. Because, for example, I just got 2 phone calls and I'm not going to answer it because I'm busy. And it's the same thing with other people in life. Everyone is extremely busy. And if you're at lunch, there's a high probability of you actually picking up your phone and answering it and hearing my voice. and once you get off work, you're driving. Most people have Bluetooth or headphones or something, so they don't have to hold the phone up to their ear, because that's the last thing I want to happen because I'm in the insurance. Causing accidents is not the goal. Well, those are my 2 times to reach out and blow it up, and from there. So I time block other activities because of course you have to have a very variety of activities to be successful.
Go ahead, Carlos.
Do you do that every day, or do you just pick during the weekdays, or do you pick certain days of the week, or how does that work for you?
Every single day, Monday through Friday. Yeah. So it's a game. So I keep a notepad and I just make little tallies. I make tallies. And then once I hit 20, I start a new roll and just keep on going. that's how I keep track with it. And I mean, we have software and stuff, but seeing that physical application that everyone loves is like my donut. Is my dessert.
So you make tallies of how many calls you make?
Mm-hmm. And then also on the side of that, I keep how many connections, and then out of those connections, how many no's, because I believe numbers are everything. So in sales, I'm pretty sure it's the same on your side, is that it's numbers game. And then once you figure out your averages, and then you can multiply that towards your goals or reverse math it or whatever it's called, to figure out what the amount of activity you need to hit your goals.
We've heard that before, haven't we, Carlos?
Yeah, I think we just talked about that 2 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, right?
We did. We talked to another insurance person, Ramsey, my insurance person, Kristen Herman, and two things you just said. She did that. The other one, she knew the numbers. She knew the statistics that for every 10 prospects, qualified prospects, 3 will give me an appointment. Yeah, 3 will give me an appointment, and 1 will become a good long-term customer. She knew those numbers. So it's funny you say that. It's like, once you know the numbers, then it's just a matter of just having enough people to put into that pipeline, that funnel, right? And just run the number. The numbers are going to be what they're going to be.
Exactly, because it's funny. So I heard this analogy that the sales process is like a Ferris wheel. When you get a prospect or a lead, they get on that wheel, right? And they're going all the way around. Well, eventually they're going to have to get off. And that's scary for us because once they get off that Ferris wheel, now I got to fill that seat again. And that is the beautiful thing of marketing and always keeping a solid pipeline. Because I think a lot of people refer to the sales roller coaster or whatever it is where they get so busy, or at least the thought that they're too busy to keep marketing. And then a month later, after an amazing month, like, oh, I don't have anything. And then they have a terrible month because they stopped the activity that caused that amazing month. And that could be 90 days in the past of that activity that finally came to life.
Excellent point. That's an excellent point. I see that quite a bit, even in my industry, with people that are relatively new, whether it's starting at a new company or being new in the industry. I see that quite a bit where they come in, they do the things that we have to do in order to generate business. The business comes in, they stop doing those things.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why the next 2 or 3 months they don't have much business. It's like, what did you change? Why did you stop? Right?
People don't understand that. You're going to get busy, and you're going to get real busy with the clients. I mean, people don't understand that you make your phone calls, you meet your people, you talk to your referral partners, you're going to get business. Guarantee you, you'll get business. And you're going to get busy. But you got to keep doing what you do to keep busy all the time. Because then it'll just stop once you're done. And you can't drag those on because then you're not making enough money per hour. You know what I mean? You have to, you have to close deals sooner. You can't let them drag on because then you just don't make enough money. It doesn't average out, right? You know what I mean? So you got to keep plugging away. You got to keep busy. And then once you get too busy, you can start adding one person, another person, you know what I mean? Different things, different people in different areas, but you got to be consistently busy all the time. You got to build that up and then build your team, and then that way you can tackle more business, and then your money, you'll start seeing your money go higher and higher.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Ramsey, you talked about that, and I'm glad you said that. It's like you got to keep busy. You can never be too busy to keep generating new business. You got to keep the pipeline full. I'm glad you pointed that out because that's the first thing that most people don't think about and change when business comes in. They just, it's really important that I take care of this current business. Well, yeah, it is. But that's the importance, I think. Wouldn't you agree, Ramsey, give me your perspective? But isn't that the importance of time blocking and having allocations of time of your day throughout the week to make sure that you don't have that conflict?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, I think it's the whole reason why I do it, because if you let your day control all your activity, you're never going to hit what your objective was for that day. Like, for example, I don't know, on my side, if I'm working on prospecting and then something completely irrelevant comes through the door that we actually have someone else in the office that does that side of the business, I'm like, oh, let me do it. Or something like that. It just things that aren't relevant that take over, or even TikTok. I don't have TikTok for a reason because I would never stop watching those videos. I mean, it's just the distractions of the world, and that's the beautiful and also the curse of social media, because we have everything at our fingertips, and then you just fall right into it, and you're like, wow, that's 3 hours are gone.
Gone. Yeah, gone, just like that. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. No, that's awesome, man. That's good stuff. I think it's very easy to get distracted. I think it's very easy for emails, social media, whatever, to get distracted. And for me, I think it's important, just like you said, to just allocate that time and then just zero in and focus in on that time. It doesn't really take that long. I mean, how long does your prospecting take you generally when you do it? It doesn't take long if you're consistently doing it.
No, not at all. I think most of mine, because I have a lot of mine is set up on a lot of automation and campaigns, and we can hop on that here pretty soon. Actually get to the meat and potatoes of everything.
Yeah.
But setting it up is the long part. But once you get that thing rolling, it's like a snowball going down the hill. It's amazing what technology can do for you.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things I was very impressed with, with you and in our discussions, with just how you seem to have you're a very hard worker, very dedicated, but you also understand the concept of I need to continually find ways to leverage, resources, technology in order to work smarter, in order to work, more efficiently and things of that nature. So very impressed about that, and definitely want to dive in a little more about that. So can you talk a little bit about, your utilization of technology, utilization of certain resources to really help you drive and dial in from an automated standpoint?
Okay. Where do I start? There's so much to it. You tell me, where should we start?
I'd say a good place to start would be, some of the current things you're doing right now, right? This campaign and things of that nature that you're running right now. That to me seems to be next level that some people might be able to benefit from. That seems to be some next level stuff that I haven't seen a lot of people really trying to tap into that.
And you're referring to like the referral program?
Yes.
We're doing together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. I have to pull my bag of tricks here. And
yeah. I don't want you to pull them all, but yes, that'd be one of them. I think it's that because that's how you and I came into contact with one another. And you used great ideas, very simple ideas with consistent follow-up, and now you're leveraging that. And I thought that was just very impressive.
I'm a simple guy. I'm a paratrooper, grunt, pounded. Simple. No, anyway, so as I said earlier in this podcast, that starting off, I did a lot of concrete pounding and going door to door to businesses and to referral sources, and all I was really doing was just funding or the diabetes trend of America, because all the sweets. And then what I realized is that maybe it was successful for about a month or two, but quite frankly, it started dying off because there was no two-way street. Because by the time people get to me, they already have their loan officer, and I'm going to focus on loan officers for right now.
Okay.
The loan officer is already picked, set in stone, and now they're asking for insurance. And I'm not going to go and like, hey, your loan officer might be the best person in the world, but I have an even better one, and then the whole deal would be done, and I'd be the hated person on the street. So what I figured out is to leverage social media. And then what's the better way to go and find new home buyers or advertise for the certain programs the loan officer is a specialist at, USDA loans and VA loans. And so I focus on new home buyers for right now. I will go into those other aspects later on, but for right now, I'm looking at new home buyers like renters and things like that. So I go through my the marketing side on Facebook, and we put together ads for that and do click on the ad. Of course, that's how it works. And but the amazing thing about it is so simple. They go to a survey, and this cuts out the people who think they're going to buy or win a free iPad or just clicking on something that, and we just get a name and a number. So I built up 12 questions, and so they're very similar questions what people ask in the first interview, as far as their timelines, what their thoughts of their credit, the contact information and things like that. Ask if they're currently with a loan officer, if they're with a realtor, and that gives me the idea who I need to send that to and how to work. Because I think of myself more like who's that guy, the matchmaker, Will Smith. Wow, that's my blank.
Hitch.
That's me. So I'm Hitch. Just less, I'm not as good looking, but I'm Hitch. And then all that information goes into my CRM that automatically does the follow-up campaigns. And that is the premise of what makes it very successful. Because I believe this is a statistic out there that after 5 minutes, the conversion rates are dropping down drastically. Because they clicked it, state of mind, it's 2020, we have 1,000 things going on at one time, and then it's out of the picture, it's gone. Well, the way I set it up, I was trying to do it the old-fashioned way of like, okay, oh wow, I got an email, let me respond real fast. And then within the first few weeks, my life was taking over by always looking for emails, and I was always afraid that I was going to miss one. And I was like, I have to reach out and go try to find an automation. So I started talking to other friends in the industry that have similar approaches but not the same. And they're like, hey, I use this or I use that, and I found a program that I'm able to text, use ringless voicemails, and email, and I can pull it all up where at this time, this day, after this amount of time, you're going to receive this message and go from there. Now, the cool thing about how I've built into for loan officers is that in that program, I can make their own account. And then it all gets tethered to their personal phone and their work email, or whatever they want to choose the best way to follow up. So whenever someone responds, it goes directly to them, and it's a very seamless connection and makes it very straightforward. I mean, you've used it, wouldn't you agree? It's very seamless and it's like, I'm a simple guy, dummy proof it. Mm-hmm. Everything's already set. You don't have to think about what you're going to say, and it's slick.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as those leads hit your CRM, they're greeted with a text and they're greeted with an email, and once they respond, you're notified immediately, and that gives you the opportunity, to jump on it. And I was a little hesitant because I have my database, I've got my company's database, I've got their database, and when you brought it to me, I thought, oh God, there's another system I got to log into and deal with. But I didn't understand and realize that you have the initial contacts automated. So when your lead that you generate, you put it in that system, it's automatically sending out the text, it's automatically sending out, and you're only really responding and getting engaged when they respond, which is a genius, because I thought I had to jump in there and send messages to all of them and stuff like that. The system already had it done; it was already done, and so I was very impressed by that. Yeah, it's very simple, very easy, but it also, the fact that it does it for you. And all I do is try to jump in when they respond to one of those automated marketing messages. I love it. I love it. It's awesome.
And so
did you make this?
Sorry.
So did you make this system, or is it automated? Is it a system?
So it's a system that I pay for. I am not a tech genius by any means. I went in and built and laid out what I want to say and what I think are the best days to follow up and the best messages. And it's all very customizable. Is that a word? I think so. I make up words too. I'm from Texas, so it's okay.
Yeah. And that's what, and we like to let people know that there's options out there. There's always ways to better yourself in this world that we try to find that is free or affordable, or that is capable of you building, of somebody else building their business. I hear it all the time. It's like, oh, it's so expensive. It's so expensive. I'm not going to do this. But people are always leery and scared of doing this stuff because they feel that it costs too much, and it doesn't. It doesn't cost. It pays for itself. It will help you in your business, and people need to learn to stop being so skeptical of everything. Start doing
it. Yeah, it's overwhelming if you think about it as the big picture. But if you start, it's the same thing like eating an elephant. How do you do that? Is one bite at a time, and then once you understand it, it's very simple. After you get past that first initial hesitance response, And I'm going to say this and put it out to the world. I want to start doing classes for free. I'm not Tony Robbins by any means, but but my goal is to be able to help other people. I don't believe other agents or other loan officers or anyone in the space are my competition. Because quite frankly, we're in KC Metro, and there's a ton of people out there. I'm not that greedy person that thinks that everyone needs to be mine, which would be amazing, but it's not realistic.
There's plenty of business out there all the time.
Yeah, and I enjoy seeing other people be successful because my background is not a trainer, but I love training. I love doing role playing. I love helping out people in the office. I love helping other people out in the space. I have a friend that just went into a different sales aspect, and I'm like, hey, this is what helped me. This is what you should do. It's taken me 5+ years to learn these tricks and trades. So here you go.
You probably had help set that up, right? From their system, from people there, or did you do it all yourself?
There is help. So
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's no way that I'm a brainchild. Everything is very straightforward in my life, simply because I'm just not a brainchild. But they give you the outline and the tools and trade, but then you have to actually utilize it, and that's the thing about it. You have to use it, and I think so many people think that once I do this, the business is going to start flooding in, and then I'm going to be the greatest person in the world because they think that, hey, I'm going to go do one ad on Facebook or something. And they're like, well, it's not working. Facebook is awful. It's a scam. It's a waste of money. And I'm like, no, you have to tinker with it and keep learning to specify exactly who you're looking for, I guess you could say.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Ramsey, about, I'll try it one time. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So many people don't understand that it takes time for anything, whether I was doing cold calling or door to door or Facebook campaigns, it takes time. You can't make a snapshot decision, after one day or even 1 week or even 1 month, whether something is working. You got to make some adjustments. Like you just said, you got to tinker some things, you got to keep making adjustments, and, you got to maybe vary when you're going to do certain things. And so, so often people are just so, closed-minded to things because they try it one day and they go, it didn't work. And I said, man, I really wish you could understand that it's just not about trying things one time. You got to put some consistent time over time before you can leverage whether something's going to be successful or not.
Or even 1 month. It doesn't, you know what I mean? You can't just do it 1 month.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's why I said even 1 month. Go ahead, Ramsey. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, not at all. I was actually talking over you. But, most definitely. So the part about it that you're saying, the fear of doing it, it was very scary because I was putting my own money on the line. I wasn't using any marketing funds that's through the agency. And in the first week, it wasn't really there's no traction. I was like, okay, just be faithful, and now months pass. It's I get on average probably 7 new leads a day, and
Wow.
it's less than $25 a day.
Wow.
So you're asking earlier about how much it costs, other than all the systems, and then you don't have to pay at first for all the systems. I'm just a different person. I like diving in 100% head first, and sometimes it hurts me, but that's just me. That's how I do everything in life. I go all out all the time, and that's just me. And it works sometimes it doesn't, but it's okay. It's okay to fail. I think that's how you grow.
And you're not going to, even if you give it all, you're not going to. It's just a bigger volume. You got to be able to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to work. If people are using it, it's got to work. You know what I mean? If they're doing it, that's the biggest part. That if it's being used and it's being done, then it works.
Yeah.
Use it.
It's consistency. We talk about that every week, right, Carlos? It's just about consistency. And, once you understand that the effort that you put into something is going to yield some back end results, once you understand that, then things become easier, I think. But everybody wants to do an immediate, home run, right? And you just don't start off hitting home runs. You don't start off hitting home runs.
No, you got to hit the T-ball.
Yeah. Even a T-ball. I coach my son T-ball. Go ahead, Carlos.
And there's a lot of people out there that don't realize the more you do it, the faster you get doing it, the more, you got to use it more and more and more and more and more and more. And the faster you do it, even at the very beginning, just to test it out, it's going to produce for you. It works. Things work like that. Systems do work. People are so skeptical of it, and there's no reason to be that way. You got to give it a chance.
Absolutely. I agree completely. So Ramsey, so you've got your lead generation system automated up and generating, you said about an average of about 7 leads a day, right?
28 leads a month.
Wow. That's good. From a conversion standpoint, now it's just a matter of you, when they respond, you converting and building the relationship and things of that nature once they respond, right? Is that about pretty much what you're saying?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And as of right now, I think I looked at it 2 days ago on the conversion rate as far as response rate. And I think it was around 34%.
Wow.
Which isn't bad, quite
That's
frankly.
great.
Not bad
That's
at
great.
all.
No, that's actually great.
So even after 28 leads, even just after just that system, just those leads, those 7 leads a day, 28 a month, right? Is that right? Am I doing that wrong?
That's 30 days in a month.
7 a day, you got more than that.
Yeah.
So about 140.
140 leads. Look at that. Yeah, out of that 140, let's just say half of them give you a time a day, and then, you close maybe 20% of those that give you half of the day. That's what, 10 to 14 leads that you've got out of that?
So my agency manager thought I was crazy when I presented this idea to him. I was like, I'm going to only market for loan officers. None of these leads go to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And it goes all back to my start on the donuts. Is I figure out a way on value. So that is my value. to other professionals that I'm that I'm prospecting for, because there's a ton of insurance agents and salespeople and whatever out there, and we're all competing for that space and that time of day. So what makes you different? And I'm assuming you look at yourself in the mirror too on your own side, like, why am I different? And this is my, and of course we provide amazing customer service. We're top 3% of these all state agencies in the nation. But other than that, how can I help you? Because once again, this is a give and take.
Well, the value add is very important, and you're right. You said I could take in donuts, or I can bring something that you really can utilize, and I'm not asking for anything in return. I want to build a relationship with you, and I think that's you've identified a particular niche, a particular market you want to focus on, that you want to really build a relationship with and start generating leads from it. And you started it from the perspective of, how can I add value? How can I help you? Not you give me something. It's how can I help you in your business? That, I think, is an ingenious strategy, because, it's not about always what people can do for us. We always talk about it every week. It's about what we can do, how we can help other people. Because through the law of reciprocity, it's going to come back to us. It's going to come back to us, just in the cycle, So I think that's great. I think the approach is just fabulous, that you just said, well, let me start off with how I can help people. I can help make them fat with the donuts.
Being a fitness nerd, that's not exactly against or with my way of life. So
I just think it's great, man. That's good stuff, man. Isn't it, Carlos?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I thought it was such a good fit, man. The things that he talks about, the things that he does, the way he does them, I thought it was just a great fit, and I was just very impressed. And I just wanted to see if I can get him to come on, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll come on the podcast." So I'm so glad that you were able to accommodate, man. That was awesome.
That's good. Yeah, and we're always here to try to help as many people as we can. And we want to help. We want to help build that confidence, and we want people to know out there that everybody can do it. I mean, even if they work for a company, if they're in sales, or if they're self-employed, a lot of it, we started off with the self-employed, but it fits anybody. Anybody in sales, you can do it. You can't give up. You can't. Insurance is one of the hardest businesses out there. And there's a lot of people out there that just give up too soon. And we want to help and hopefully give some good encouragement or advice to be able to continue to build their business or build their sales, or whatever. But it's a process, but people just got to build that confidence and get it done.
Yeah.
I think that the COVID era, I love saying that, the COVID times has really helped people come out of their shell, because now a lot of people are doing Zoom meetings, because originally people were very self-conscious as far as whether they look or sound on video. And quite frankly, I think video is, you probably hear this all the time, but is the future, or is the now, actually. It is the now. Because you got Facebook Live, you got podcasts, you have, I want to hit on one thing real fast, is Bomb. Can't say it at the airport, but it's amazing. Bomb is a video platform.
Yeah.
And it does cost a little bit, and there's other free alternatives, but the reason why I like Bomb so much is because it takes I'm all about being simple. It takes all the coding out of it. It takes, it's extremely simple. It's a click on your Chrome, and you click a button, your webcam pops up, whatever you have on your computer, and you make a short video. And then you can attach it in a text. You can attach it into an email or social media platforms. And it's amazing. And it tracks analytics on it to see how many people open it, how long they watch it. And that's important because you can make your videos shorter or longer based on how much people are spending time watching videos.
Wow. Jeff Osborne, we had him on Carlos last year, and he's a big bonbon guy. So when I met Ramsey and he sent, the first thing he did was send a video, I was like, this is bonbon, because I knew it, because Jeff has been using that as well. And I hadn't started using it, but I sent a referral over to Ramsey, and he replied back with a video, and I thought that was pretty cool. And he said, "Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Be happy to help you." I mean, it was a quick, easy customized video. So I thought that was a nice little touch.
So let me ask you. So how did you get that? Via email?
Yeah, but he also can send one via text as well.
So so this is awesome, because how many out of your leads, how many return emails do you get from those videos? Do you do a video every single time?
So the videos on the leads are a little different. So I don't do the videos on the leads from Facebook because I'm Hitch.
Well,
but my normal side, on my normal front, so I have everything templated too. I have everything templated. Now, if I've spoken to them, usually it's a very customized username or thing. But no, I've seen it increase. I don't know the exact number, quite frankly. But I do get a lot of comments on people who do respond. I'm like, that was unique, or that was interesting. And that's what I'm looking for, is that uniqueness, because quite frankly, people are shopping. What we got going on over here? Got videos going on? No, there are literally 10 other insurance agents that are chasing after the same person. Most times people are shopping. That's how I usually get wind if they're shopping. So that small percentage of being personable, and I'm not a normal person by any means. I'm very out there, outgoing, and I'm not a very dry insurance person. People think insurance alone is very dry, but you have to make it fun. So that's
the key, is making everything fun. Everybody's business. If you make it fun, there is a lot of boring ones. There's a lot of fun ones out there. I mean, Topgolf is fun. If somebody is promoting that all the time, that's fun. But you're right. When it comes to insurance, or, my printing is boring, but yeah, you got to make it fun. And that's the thing. Is I love these videos, Stephen. I mean, I think I truly, truly think that those videos, so like I was sending videos, I don't do it every time, but I try to, like, if I have a list of my birthdays of people I know, I try to send them a birthday video. Just saying, wishing them a happy birthday. And I get a response. Not just a thank you. You could send a happy birthday out on Facebook, and they reply to every single person that says thank you. But I literally get a response back, with more info back. They say thank you. That video was awesome. I've never had anything like it. And we need to get together. I get those responses every single time I get a video, that I send a video out.
I think it's amazing that we can use videos to our advantage, simply because I think the less uncut, unpolished, more personality in it is better. Like, I could have probably stayed up all night and wrote out a script and like, this is what I'm going to say at minute 5. And if they ask me this question, this is going to be my exact response. And I'm going to treat it like a presidential debate. But no, that's not what this is about. This is about showing that we are human beings. We're not robots. And we're going to have a great time while being successful.
Yeah. The thing is that every single time people don't understand, you could have a full-on conversation with people like that, and it breaks that wall. It breaks that, I don't know about you, I mean, that's why to be honest with you, I don't send a whole lot of those automated emails out every week, because I might send them, depending on which business I'm doing. Let's say real estate. I might send them statistics, or I might send them little information. But for me to capture them as a client, I don't send them the automated systems. I don't send them the automated. And the thing is for me to stay in front of them and hope that they do business with me. That's not, I can't send out the automated emails hoping that just for me to stay in front of them. I'd rather stay in front of them with a personal email. They're always calling me back, or they're messaging me back, or interacting with me. Not necessarily doing business, but at least they're interacting with me. Those automated emails, they might go in there and they might just get in the deleted file, or they might unsubscribe, But if I want to be in front of people all the time and follow up with people, like maybe they're buying in 3 months, I would rather do those videos and interact with people than do the automated emails and then have that working for me.
Yeah, the only time I do truly automated, very boring emails, not personalized as much, is maybe like in a drip campaign, whenever they've already told me to go kick rocks. And that's whenever I'm just maybe an email. It's not every day, of course, not every week. It's, fun facts about current events or things about insurance. And that's my automation whenever I meant automation earlier, as far as the email templates.
Right. And those are great too, like you said, education, maybe somebody. You're right. I'm glad you said that, because some people think, I'm not doing business with you, or I don't want to do I don't want this. And then they just end it. They end the conversation, or they end the communication. And I don't. And I'm glad you said that, because I believe that people should continue the communication, because they never know who they're going to meet, or they never know who they can refer you to just because they didn't do business with you. So I think it's a great opportunity for you to still stay in front of them, no matter what. That's why I always, even if they don't do business with you, I hope that they still stay friends with me. You know what I mean? Or they could still refer somebody to me. You got to stay good with the people that don't do business with you.
I think too many people take it personal. I think they think it's personal, and quite frankly, it's business. And I think people get offended when someone says, no is not a bad word, by the way. It's not a bad word.
Mm-hmm.
No is, in my opinion, no is better than maybe.
Right.
Because maybe
you know what you can work with.
Dragging you on.
Yeah,
let you know where you can work with. Absolutely. No, I agree. Good stuff, man. Well, good stuff, man. Listen, I know we all got to jump and start doing some following up. It's Friday, and Ramsey, really appreciate you joining us. Where can people find you? Ramsey? Let us know where we can find you at on all the platforms.
I'm a terrible millennial, quite frankly. Terrible. So I am on the Book of Face. My name is Ramsey Penn. I need to do a better job. That is me telling everybody that I need to do a better job. But I focus a lot on the Facebooks.
Is that it?
That is it. That's what I'm saying. I need to do better. So anybody has comments, tell me now and motivate me to do a better job. Because quite frankly, I even though I'm very outgoing, I also don't feel like people want to hear about my life. And that is wrong, I know, because people love to see other people's aspects of life. But I just personally feel like no one cares. Because I mean,
You don't have to, but ask Steven about all the just the singling on Facebook. For a while there, he wasn't even on Facebook, and then he got on Facebook and never used it. And then now he's using everything.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the Army always saying, "Watch what you put," and it was my mindset. There's always someone watching. You got to be careful.
Well, you do. You always have to be careful, no matter what. Like, I have to be careful every day. I am a very careful person about what I put on everything that I ever do. I mean, I put a post out there on Facebook earlier last week, and I'm like, I'm gonna regret this, and it turned my stomach, and now I don't even look at that post because I don't even want to see the comments on there, but you got to be careful with what you do. You just got to have fun doing it. You got to do your business. You got to let people know who you are and what you do, and social media is, you hit way more people than you are shaking their hands. I mean, you could go out every single day and not meet as many people as you do on that social media, and so just putting out there that you're doing the things, or that, that you see, that when you're traveling and you like what you see, then you just put that out there, you just let people know who you are and what you do,
I think those non-business related posts are more successful than the business ones, because I think so many people get tired of getting spammed. And anyone listening, please stop putting out "I do free quotes," because they're all free, and they're all free. But more people will respond by you just being yourself and just being a human.
Yep. And I mean who you are and what you're doing is, and not like you're doing, car insurance or house insurance, or you're doing, I'm talking about what you do, as in, like, do you play racquetball? Do you play tennis? Let them know what you do in life, and let people know maybe you have the same. Stephen met somebody that had that their kids played baseball, right? Wasn't that? Yeah, and they had something in common, and they really clicked after that, So it's you got to find those common things with people, and it really helps with your business too.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep informing people of what you're doing. I have people message me still and say, "Are you doing the printing?" Obviously, I'm not doing a very good job of letting people know that I'm still printing. But, I got messages. I get messages, "Hey, are you still printing?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I'm still printing." So I need to obviously continue to let people know that I am.
Yeah, that's right. Never
I know when I get those comments, that's when I post things, little stuff here and there, because obviously I'm not doing a very good job at letting people know that I'm still printing. So you just got to let people know here and there that on all platforms, because you're going to meet people on there's some people that don't have Facebook like you, and there's some people that have Twitter. And I've been finding out lately that Twitter is a big thing, and there's a ton of people out there that have Twitter, but they don't have Facebook. So you got to hit every aspect of social media.
I agree. I'm not denying that. I know I'm wrong, and I need to do better. One thing I wanted to hit on, I know this is all about follow-up, and I typed out exactly my 7-day process. Maybe someone can take little nuggets here and there, so take notes. So anyway, so day one, a lead comes. I'm going to read, so forgive me for my reading voice.
Yeah, go ahead.
So day one, text message goes out, and then a phone call within 5 minutes. Usually leaves a voicemail, if there's no answer. And then I send out a intro email about me and about who we are, because people like doing a business with people who they know and trust and like. And then we get past that price objection too. If they actually like you. But, and then the next day, do a call, and then the cool thing about BombBomb, do some video texting. So send out a nice little video text there. There's still no responses. On day 3, I do a morning and afternoon phone call, and then send out an email later on that day as well. Some people might be thinking this is a little excessive, but it's okay. Just go until they tell you no. And then day 4, same routine, but then I plug out a ringless voicemail. If someone does not know what a ringless voicemail, basically, it rings one time, it goes straight to voicemail, and then you have a pre-recorded voicemail. It saves a ton of time when you want to talk to a lot of people at one time. And there are platforms out there that you can look into for your specific industries. Day 5, a text message. And then also do some searching on them. And maybe it's a little late in the game, but look at social media. Look them up. Be that crazy ex-girlfriend that stalks somebody. And figure out what they like. And going back to our previous conversation that I need to do better of what they like doing and hobbies, and then figure out things that you relate to. Because quite frankly, if you do get them on the phone and you start talking about their hobbies, don't go, hey, look, I saw your kid's birthday party. It was amazing. Don't do that. But organically bring up, if they like the Chiefs, talk about the Chiefs game. I promise you they will stay on the phone longer and have a more in-depth conversation with you than you just trying to solicit your line of business to them. And then day 7, I do another morning and afternoon phone call, final email, talking about, wish we could have connected, blah, 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 however you do it. And then we go into the drip campaign. Just because I don't get a hold of them, I spend enough time investing in trying to at least get their information and get a living human being. They might not be interested at that moment, but who knows, in 6 months they might be, or sooner or later. Because I think you're talking about a realtor that 2 years of follow-up and you finally connected with her.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
that BombBomb video has probably got to get some. It's got to get some kind of feedback, you would think.
Oh yeah. So this is the what if scenario. Usually by day 2, day 3, there's usually a response of, hey, I'm sorry, I'm busy, or I've been busy, I can help you, or yes, I'm interested. That's most time how it goes. I usually hardly ever get to all the way to the 7 unless it's fake information or something, which hardly ever happens simply because we vet everything what we do, and we make sure that we're not reaching out to people who aren't looking, I guess you could say.
Good.
That is what I do, and then everything else is drip campaigns, and then I see it when they're, so insurance is all about X dates. Whenever other things lapse, or not lapse, will renew, and then so 45 days prior of the renewal, guess who's back? This guy. So it's always being in front of them. My goal, which is kind of weird saying this out loud, but I want them to think about Ramsey at Allstate when they're not thinking about insurance.
That's right.
And then I want that seed to grow into this humongous tree and this idea. And then them saying yes or calling me is their idea, not my idea anymore. And that is my goal.
Well, you better get a deep voice and get on TV.
Allstate.
Hey, we do what works for us, right? We do what works for us. Ramsey, that's good stuff, man. We talked about, having a plan and executing against that plan, which is what you kind of just described, and what your contact strategy is. And we talked about the fact that, we like no lead is dead. We understand that there's multiple contacts, but, it takes so many contacts or so many attempts for people even to decide even to pick up or respond or whatever. And so, that stuff that you just touched on is stuff that's great, because that stuff we kind of always kind of talk about, in our podcast, because we have this progression of a sale, that we use, and it talks about when people typically give up, right? And so you just kind of talking about your multiple touch contact approach, and then you drop them into your CRM, and you're not done with them, and it just kind of just reinforces pretty much all the stuff that we kind of talk about. So it's awesome to hear a professional kind of echo the same stuff that Carlos and I talk about on a weekly basis. So that's good stuff, man. Indeed. Carlos, anything? Where can we find you, Carlos? Let Ramsey get going here.
Google. You can find me, Carlos Ceballos Hustle, on Google. I'm on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on all of them. So,
and you can find me as well on all of those. You can find me, of course, on fountainmortgage.com, which is where I'm at on a daily basis. But for home loan, forhome.loan as well. Facebook's, Reddit. You can even find me now on Reddit, Carlos. How about that?
Wow, look at you.
Yeah, even on Reddit now. So, and Ramsey, listen, we appreciate you joining us. Great stuff, great information. We'd love to have you come back and share some more because, man, you got some really good things going on. You're generating some business, and that's just, I thought, was a great match for what you're doing and what we try to talk about weekly.
Yeah, before I go, if anybody's interested in talking to me one-on-one, I forgot to put that out there, of course.
Yeah.
Cool guy, remember? Our office line is 913-962-0400. And I'll even do this. I'll give out my personal number too. If you guys anybody wants to send me a text, and I'm more than happy to spend a one-on-one to kind of go through. I guess my name now has a capitalized E up in there. So my cell phone is 913-952-7308. And like I said, I'm more than happy to answer any kind of questions. If I don't have an answer, I know people that might do.
Good.
Awesome stuff, man. I'm going to put this in the comments as well, and I'm sure you'll start getting some calls and some people are reaching out, man. Thanks for joining us. Guys, have a great weekend, and enjoy the rest of the day.
It's been fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hearing me ramble on.
Nah, good stuff. It's good stuff, my man. All right, guys, take care.
Yeah.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.